y'all today. A message I feel that so many people need to hear, because if I hear one more person say this today, literally. But the message today is just based on history. History, history, history. That's the title for this message. It's history. And I just come to tell somebody that you better stop dealing with people because of history and start dealing with people because of relationship. Because what I've been seeing lately is a lot of people that come from your past, or a lot of people that, you may have history with, tend to come back up. But see, now you are a new creature. You are created to be new. You're a new person. You look at life differently. You live life differently. And people are starting to come back in your life through history. This is a good message. Hold on. People are starting to come back in your life through history. You cannot base your relationships with people on the fact that you have history with them. Because history means nothing. Relationship means everything. That person that been missing, you ain't heard from, you ain't talked to in many, many, many years. I'm not saying stop communicating with them. I'm not saying, oh, you can't, catch up with them. But you can't just be in God and allowing things from your past just in your life, like this, in the same measure that they were in your life before they left, or when y'all was a little closer than y'all are now. Because when people remove themselves from your life, it be a reason. And see, as humans, we tend to want to allow things from our past, or allow familiar things back into our presence, not knowing that that familiar thing was not in our presence for a reason. And we tend to allow people back into our presence because of history. Y'all better stop accepting people back because of history. History means nothing. History means nothing, because if history meant anything, let me tell you something, our relationship would have never fell apart. You have to stop allowing people back into your atmosphere, back into your environment, back into your life, back into your mind, back into your safe space, back into your peace, back into your understanding of everything because of history. History don't hold no weight. Relationships holds weight. Over the years, where have this person been? You got to start to question situations and people that try to come back in your life from your past. Over the past years, where has this person been? Why hasn't this person been keeping in contact? And I get it. People go through stuff, but they don't go through stuff so much that, oh, you can't make contact with me, or you can't stay in touch with me. There's no possible way, because if we have relationship, we are going to find a way to keep in contact with each other. We're going to find a way to keep in contact with each other. But see, we try to connect people to history. You have to stop connecting people to history and start connecting people to relationship. Because the relationship should have never fell apart if we were so strong. Like I said, I understand that we go through things. I understand that, life take us on separate journeys. I understand that. But it should never put a blockage in the relationship to the point that there is no communication. It should never do that. And that's where the part comes in where I say, stop connecting yourself to people because of history. History don't hold no weight. History will take you back. History will take you back to that place that God done delivered you from. And because of the history, you thinking that, I've had so many great experiences with this person, or, I've been through so much with this person. Like, this person has been there for me so many times. That's understandable, but History has nothing to do with relationship. Because if we were really good, the relationship would have never fell apart. Even if we only contact once a week, even if we only contact every 2 weeks, not over years of time. We don't stop communication over years of time if we have relationship. We have history. And history don't hold no weight in the kingdom of God. God already tells you in his word, I created in you a new person, a new mindset. So therefore, if you connected with somebody because of history, and let's say they coming into your environment and they're not in that new mind, in that new mindset, in that new creature that God created them to be, guess what? They coming to toxify your environment. They coming to toxify your spirit. And now that you got to look at that. And I don't mean to call people such devils or, they not right for you, but you really have to look at people from that kind of light. Like, this person came as a distraction. Did the enemy send this person to me to distract me? Because when God sends someone to you, it's relationship. There's relationship with a person. When God sends someone to you, there's always a connection from something. And if it's not a connection, God will even give you revelations and connect the dots to something like, this is why I seen this person. This is why God connected us together. It's all making sense now. And when God sent people. But see, when the enemy sends people, it's like he come with familiar spirits. He come with the familiar things or the history, like I've been talking about, and try to make you connect yourself to him or to what he brings to you. Manipulation, distractions, just a bunch of confusion. The enemy comes with a bunch of confusion. They don't come on solid ground, peaceful ground, love grounds of understanding in the mindset that you have. So I'm just saying, be careful connecting yourself to people because of history. Because of history, I'm telling you, people are going to get you far, far, far away from your purpose, far, far away from your calling, all because of history. Let history hold no weight in your life. Because now when people come in your life, question relationship. What you here for? And when there's relationship, you don't even have to question it. Because you know why they're there. God gave you the sign. I'm going to send this person. And the dots just begin to connect. Like, wow, I can't believe I met you. Like, God will give you a revelation even in the meeting of the person that he sent. This is the purpose. Oh, I was thinking about this, or this had happened, and then I meet you, and it was a purpose behind it all. It was a purpose behind it all. I remember getting a phone call before I got a phone call. So God had sent somebody to call me. And I wouldn't say that I was really in a low place, but, I was kind of like, I want to say feeling a little down. And it wasn't like crying down. Just life had been lifing. And God had this person call me, and it was just amazing how it happened, because they were calling me on Messenger, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are they calling me? It was a guy. I'm like, why are they calling me? Even at these hours of the night. I think it was like 10 o'clock, and me and my spirit, look, don't call me these hours of the night. So he had called and did a video chat, and I'm like, I picked it up, but I'm like, I don't do video chats. He said, girl, don't be trying to, carry it like that. But okay. I said, I do not do no video chats these time. I'm not looking rough, but I don't do video chats. But he called and just began to explain how good God been to him. That's all he wanted to talk about was, man, because this guy I used to deal with, as far as when I was in the streets, as far as a dealer, and he was just telling me how God moved his life, how he got up out of the street life and what God was doing in his life. And he just began to pour in me, pour life into me. And wow, I never understood why this person had called me. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, I was just on his mind. So he just randomly picked up the phone and called me. But even the next day, I got a call that my uncle was in the hospital. in stage 4 cancer. They had gave him 1 to 2 months to live. And this person had called me the day before to just pour life into me. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't heard from him no more after that. He just called to pour life into me. See, God know what you need, and that's what I just mean by relationship, because he was just there telling me, everything that you be posting on Facebook, I don't respond, but you be encouraging me, you help lift me. And it was just amazing to me how he called me and poured life into me. The day before the phone call that I got from my uncle, from the doctors telling me that my uncle was in the hospital, that he was facing stage 4 cancer. Let me tell y'all something. They had gave him 1 to 2 months to live. But God knew the kind of strength that I needed to move in this thing. Because God had me go to that hospital, had me ministering to a dead vessel to bring him back to life. Do you hear me? God had me ministering so hard to my uncle. I think I sat in that hospital probably like maybe 2-3 hours just speaking life, speaking life, speaking life. But see, even the day before that, God had that friend of mine call me and speak life. And me and him, we don't talk every day. I probably talk to him every blue moon, but there hasn't been a time that, there was no communication. So it's been like every blue moon, but even just that time, how he just called and knew what I needed. And all he did was gave his testimony about how God was, what God was doing in his life, and how he look at God and how he see God, and how he just know that he can't deal with people from his past, because he see that people from his past are not what God intentioned for him to be around, and how he had to pull away. And that's why I say you have to deal with people on a relationship status rather than a history status. Because if you deal with people on a history status, they will break you. They will break you. They will break everything inside of you. Even being in God. The enemy is more just as powerful as y'all think, as much as he is weak. Because a lot of people are really sleeping on the devil, I feel like, and they don't understand a lot of what they're going through is because the enemy has got into their territory. So they can't even deal with their own problems because they think that the enemy is weak. They think that they can't be touched. They think that they're too powerful for the enemy to even come near. If the devil was in heaven and even tempted Jesus, who do you think you to be? What make you so different from Jesus that you can't be tempted? What make you so different from Jesus that you can't be tested? And see, that's what the enemy comes to do, to kill, steal, and destroy through the testing. And if you're not in your word, I'm telling you, you will be defeated. Whether it's a small defeat or a big defeat, he'll take you piece by piece. Like when I think about what he do. And when you think about the little blocks, let's say your body, your spirit, everything has little blocks. He'll take one block at a time. Feed on that. I'm going to take this block, I'm going to go away, make you think that God is still in your presence. Then I'm going to come back. See, that's what people with history do to you. They come and take a little bit at a time away from you because you thinking because of history, y'all still got the same relationship like y'all had back in the day, but you don't. So I just come to say, stop allowing people into your life because of history. Make sure there's relationship before you allow people into your life. And I'm going to just leave this right there. Relationship over history. Relationship over history. My name is Letitia. This is WIP Me. I encourage you to get in your word, to get in prayer. Ask God for discernment. Ask God for wisdom and knowledge to be able to understand the terrors and the tricks of the enemy in this world today. Because I'm telling you, the enemy know how to keep you in cycles. He know the decisions you're going to make because he studied you more than you study yourself. See, you too busy studying and trying to live life that you're not spending time studying yourself. But God will show you who you are. That's why you got to get in your word, read your Bible, show yourself approved. Therefore, when the attacks come from the enemy, you know how to deal with them. You know how to address them. The enemy knows who don't know how to address him. He knows the person that's weak in spirit. He knows the vessel that he could attack. So guess what he'll do? He'll send a person, the exact thing that you need, that he know that he can use to attack you. That's why it's so important to stop dealing with people because of history. So I say, God bless you. God bless you. God